Hey, what's going on out there? I'm Sean Devine. Hope you all are doing well. Just got my hands on a new plugin from Cableguys. It is a collaboration with producer BT. It's a technique that you've been hearing from all your favorite producers, and now it is easier and faster than ever to implement. So I'm going to let you hear it for yourself, and you can decide if this is a plugin you want to add to your arsenal. Let's dive in. Got this quick idea I was working on, a little 80s vibe to it. Basic drum groove is something like this. And we have snapback placed as an insert here on our snare. So whether you're using this on an audio track or a MIDI track, snapback can detect that signal and apply our snapback and transient layers accordingly. First section of snapback is the snapback layer. So we'll click in here and you will see that we get some factory content and samples direct from Cableguys. You can also utilize your own samples for the snapback and the transient. Okay, let's start with that. I'm going to adjust the attack here. You can breeze through and it will keep your attack, decay, and pitch settings, pretty much everything here as you're browsing, which is very useful. I'm going to pitch it up a little bit. And we can adjust the shift. So you see that sample represented up here. If we want to shift it back or forward in milliseconds, we can do that. Second section is our transient, and this is going to play right on top of our sample. So let's go to maybe some of these rooms. I really like these. Oh yeah, that's sick. I'm going to pitch it down. Let's just follow that with a gated reverb that I have set up here in ShaperBox. Really give us that big 80s vibe there. If you're dealing with a complex loop, something that you only want snapback to trigger on, say, the snare, but you have a kick, hi-hats, other percussion in the loop, no worries. Now, this is an audio loop, so I'm kind of stuck with what I have here, but I just want snapback to trigger on the snare. Click the trigger menu, and then we're going to adjust the threshold to where we only see it hitting on this snare drum. There you can see our trigger indicator, and it's only hitting on that main snare on the 2 and the 4, which is what we want. Now, if you want to load up your own samples to utilize in snapback for the snapback layer or the transient layer, we can just go up here to the menu, click Show User Sound Folder, and that will open it up. A little bit of instructions in terms of what the samples can be and how they need to be formatted. But I've already loaded in some of my own custom samples from my drum kit. And once you do that, when you click on these menus, you'll see over in the user part of the menu all of the samples that we have loaded. There's also some really interesting recordings and Foley that they've done for this. You've got fireworks, nail guns, impacts. My unfiltered thoughts on SNAPBACK. I have been using this since I got it, and it is saving me a ton of time. It's very fun to explore the factory content that's included. These samples are created by BT, a lot of other talented producers and sample makers. Not to mention, you can add your own samples. That was one of the main things for me when I first opened it, was I hope I can use a lot of my own samples that I've built up over the years for the snapback layer and the transient, just to get more exciting drums. If this doesn't improve your drum sound, you've got bigger issues. Try it for free. I'll put a link in the description below. If you like what you heard in the demo, please like, subscribe, and consider sharing with a friend. Thanks so much for being here with me today. Stay blessed. We'll see you in the next one.